Hi, I'm the Moss Man, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at two projects that are currently underway, which is unfortunately why there hasn't been a video released in a little bit. I was hoping that one of them would be in progress enough that I could release a video, but unfortunately, as you may or may not know, plants take time to grow. But additionally, we're going to look at kind of like a maintenance thing a little bit, messing with the container and setting up some more moss to grow. So yeah, let's get into what's in the title and thumbnail of this video. Alright, bit of a wardrobe change. This is After Work Moss Man. The reason that I'm coming to you directly after work is there is a wonderful patch of moss here right in the gravel over here, and I noticed it a while ago. Sun's coming out, it doesn't really have the same shade anymore, it's not staying as wet, so it's gonna die soon. Well, it's not gonna die, but it's gonna dry up soon. So I thought I'd grab some and take it home because I think it's quite wonderful moss. Container's a bit messy because this was what I was storing my lunch in, but it works well enough for this, so. And that's probably all I'm gonna take. If I need more, I can always come back. Let's pack this up. Alright, that's much better, and some nicer clothes now. We've got our pizza container moss. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna leave it in that container. That container is for food and needs to be cleaned. So the question is, what do I do with the moss? Answer to that question, dear viewer, who definitely asked me, this is a conversation, is I'm going to put it in this container where there is currently moss. This container is full of mostly dead and moldy moss, which is not good. For comparison, this container, which you may remember from the very first video on this channel, how to grow your own moss at home, this container still has all of the original moss plus some other plants. Now, what's the difference? I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know. These have been kept in pretty much the exact same conditions. The only difference I can think of is this container does not seal as well as this container. This moss will, well, it's mostly mold, so it's going to go into the compost, and then I'm going to thoroughly clean out the container. I'm going to use some leftover silicone that I have from my waterfall terrarium build to turn this into a better sealing container. So another change of setting. Now we're in my garage, and so this container has been sitting for a bit. Moss really doesn't like chemicals, and especially won't like bleach. That's kind of the point of bleach, is it kills things. So I'm going to give it a good wash out, dry it up, and then we're going to apply the silicone. Hopefully the process now will be pretty quick, pretty simple. I'm just going to put in the silicone, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. Alright, it's the next morning, and oh shoot. Okay, that's too well, wait, let's see. I'm gonna put it on. Yeah, that's a little, shoot. See if I can press it into place. Yeah, it smells like acetone, bud. So the problem here is simply that it just didn't fit, so I tried to cut some of the silicone out so it might, like I could get it to shape and seal better. In the end, this didn't end up working, and my finger ended up with a lot of cuts because I apparently don't know how to hold a razor blade. I basically started all over, and it's curing again. So while that's happening, I'm going to fill the container with moss, and look at everything else, and then we can throw the lid on. Here's the ginger I've been working on. So eventually there'll be a video about this, but update for what's going on right now is, I don't know what you can see on camera, but we've got, see all those little white bits coming out? Those are going to turn into either roots or shoots. You can see the back here is kind of cut off, and then I coated it with cinnamon because apparently cinnamon is antifungal. I'm going to have to like properly test that at some point, but yeah, that's the ginger. That'll be a project at one point. This is another project, kind of a test. I have these bottle pots, and I've been refilling the water every couple days. It's time to refill them again. I've been doing this for about 3 weeks, and mostly what it's growing is, I don't know if you can tell, but that's all like mold growing around the outside there. So also this is pretty dead looking for a maidenhair fern, but that makes sense, and I'll explain why that is in the video. This coffee plant is doing okay. The leaves were like that when I put it in, and this is less moldy because I've kind of been taking the mold off when I can. I'm gonna refill these and demold them, I guess. There we go, all nice and clean. Hopefully, eventually, these plants will start growing roots and I can show the progress to you, but for now, they're mostly just dying, so this experiment is not going as well as it could have. Now it's absorbed a decent amount of water already. I kind of just left it sitting open for a while, but now the lid will fit properly, and it's a good, seems like a good tight seal. So I guess we'll see how this goes. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you noticed the music may be a little different this time, that's because it is. I've received a couple new tracks from our resident Mossman music artists, Dylan and Elijah, and I believe Lexi as well. Yeah, I'd like to thank them for the music, and I've heard there's more coming our way, so I'm excited to hear those. I'll see you in the next one.